Welcome to the channel. We're going to focus on the energy of Nichol Kessinger. If you're familiar, or if you're not familiar, Nichol Kessinger was the mistress to Chris Watts. If you're unfamiliar with that situation and case, I'd say go check out, go Google it, look up here on YouTube, some videos talking about that case. I'm doing this because alright, I'm not going to rant a bunch like I usually do. Let's just get into it. If you know what's going on with this woman, yeah, I'm really curious to see what the cards have to say about this energy. So let's try to tune in to Nichol Kessinger. If you're new to my channel, my name's Melissa. I like to be a fly on the wall. I like to buzz through the blinds of the person on the mind. I'm going to try, I don't really want to buzz through the blinds of this person's mind too deeply, but I'm just curious to see what the cards have to say. If you've been following anything having to do with this woman, there's some odd, just odd, to say the least. Alright, so let's see if we can focus in on this energy and see what the cards say. This is the True Heart Intuitive Tarot deck by Rachel True. That's what I'm using right now. I might also use my Del Toro inspired deck. The Tarot Del Toro. It is designed by Tomas Hijo. I just don't want to butcher the last name. I don't want to mispronounce that name. Anyway, love these decks. Okay. Alright, let's get into this. This is for entertainment purposes only. It's a general reading. I'm an artist, dreamer, tarot reader. But, yeah, definitely want to see what these cards have to say about this energy, which, I hope my own feelings do not influence this, but I will let you know that I'm definitely creeped out by this. I'm creeped out by this energy. I'm creeped out by this Nichol Kessinger person. I think that they are not honest. I think that they are creepy. And that's all I'll say. If you're interested or you don't know what I'm talking about, go look into it. She's creepy. So let's see if the cards agree. So I would like to peek through the blinds of this energy, be a fly on the wall, and please show me the energy. What represents overall the energy of Nichol Kessinger currently, if possible? Like, let's just what is her energy? Okay, now I'm gonna say I don't know what's going on with this person as of lately. I just know about what I know having to do with the case and Chris Watts. So this is about moving in together, marriage sometimes, celebration, balance. It's about a balanced connection. The Magician, this is sometimes Gemini energy. It can represent, when it's connected to the Gemini energy, like a duelist, like a two sides to the person, okay? That this person feels they can create things, that they can manifest whatever it is they desire. The Star, this is the Aquarius energy, and it represents a wish, a dream, a hope. Sometimes in energy, I just got this card the other day for the Eugenia read, for Mom Deb's energy. Could describe someone like letting go in a certain respect to letting go of whatever's in this cups, whatever this water represents for them in the cups. Letting things flow. I don't know, let's see where this goes. the King of Cups, the High Priestess, the Five of Discs, and the Devil. Okay. Interesting. So this is what represents this person's current energy. Again, this is a general reading and is for entertainment purposes only, but I like to tell, I ask the cards, I pull them, I like to tell you what the card's meaning is and what it makes me feel. And that's what I do. So for me, these bottom cards are like the inner feelings that maybe this person is hiding from or wants to hide from the outside, or even is keeping from their own selves, something they can't face or something. So I don't know, is this person hiding that they desire some sort of balanced connection? Because that's what the Four of Wands also represents. I usually associate it with a marriage, engagement, moving in together sort of thing. If I see it with like the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, certain cards, you know, that just make me feel, or mean, relationship, connection. Overall, if you were to look this card up, the meaning, it would say it's about balance. The wands, the four of them, it's like two on each side. It also very much represents home and a celebration. So this person could desire, maybe they desire a marriage, an engagement, maybe moving in, maybe they are, I don't know. If they are, let me know in the comments. If they're engaged recently or getting married or moving in with someone. If not, they might deep down desire this. They might keep this from the outside or from themselves even. Maybe they desire deep down a more traditional type of love is what I felt, so I said it. And this could again represent the dualistic, like the dualism to their personality, unless they were a Gemini or something, or it's representing how they feel or desire to create a new beginning, or that they do feel that they can create and manifest whatever it is that they desire to create. And with the star being here, this is like Aquarius energy. Like I said, it could represent that they are currently, because I did ask like with our current energy, what would be representing them now. They could have hopes and dreams. Literally, the star card, you know, like that dreaming and hoping for certain things, maybe to manifest a new beginning, maybe for a more traditional connection. Or it represents that they are letting go of certain things, like the emotions. The water is like the emotions, feelings, and they're just dumping the cups into the river, like letting it go, letting things flow the way they're supposed to, letting things go. Que sera, sera is what I felt. They could be in that mindset. So, what came out to represent them? It's the King of Cups. So, the King of Cups, it represents like an emotional energy. This could represent a person that is drinking too much. Like, sometimes it represents the inability to have balance or to control someone's emotions. This King of Cups seems to not really care. It's just kind of seems like there's always something tugging at the foot there, maybe pulling the energy away, distracting the energy. This could represent that this person is maybe indulging too much, or is not feeling like they can fully control their emotions. And the High Priestess. So sometimes when I'm doing a relationship reading and I get this card, I'll feel like the person it's representing, it's someone that wants to come off like they're a better person than they really are, or that they're holier than thou or something, or they have some sort of like spiritual connection, or they express some sort of side that's like in touch with a deeper awareness or something, but they're fake. Or like they're up on their high horse, sometimes I say. Now, the High Priestess card in itself is an energy that she's holding the Torah. For me, normally, like, this card is an energy that either, sometimes I say it's an energy that needs to pray, that needs to find a connection with the higher power. Sometimes I say it's a person that, it's like they know what they know, and they don't feel like they have to prove it to anybody. Like, alright, that's kind of what I'm getting and feeling from this card right now. Mostly because this is not a negative card in general. Like, you know, no cards are positive or negative. It's how you read them and what's around them and, you know, the reader and how they see it. But there's a certain meaning to this card, and it's the High Priestess. It's, you know, an energy that the third eye should be open, okay? But when I see it, like, with this imbalanced King of Cups, the Devil, this Five of Pentacles, yeah, it makes me feel like, you know, and also maybe my personal feelings about this energy, just knowing what the little I know. It's just someone that maybe wants to come off like they know more than they do, or they really feel like within that they know more, and they're quiet about it, or they're quiet about certain things. They keep to themselves the knowledge. And the Five of Discs is feeling left in the cold. Sometimes I describe this card as the Five of Discs is usually, sometimes in the art, it's two people in the snow walking by the front of a church, what looks like a church window, and it's usually described as these two energies are in the cold, financially burdened, physically burdened even, maybe, and they should be going into the church because the church doors are always open, but they don't seem to notice, or you can interpret the card, I guess, how you, the reader, you know, feel from it, but that's the basic definition in original, you know, one of the original art pieces of art having to do with that card. So for me, sometimes I would see that card and think maybe those two people don't feel like they can go to the church. Maybe the doors are closed to those people. And seeing it with, for me, the High Priestess is some cards they make me feel certain connections to the higher power. The High Priestess is one of them. The Hierophant is another one. Temperance sometimes. So the point is, I feel like this person feels like certain doors were closed to them. This is a very creepy Five of Pentacles. You know. This could make me feel like this person maybe feels like, maybe there's a part of them that feels like they took something they shouldn't have, or they feel watched. I don't know if maybe they literally feel financially burdened. I don't know what's going on in their life currently, like I said. Then we have the Devil here. This is Capricorn energy. This represents a few things. It can represent a person that is bound to an addiction, to a toxic way of life, of living. Someone that might feel like a puppet. I never hear other readers describe it that way. I haven't, from my recollection, but Sometimes I get that feel with the Devil card. Yeah, I mean, it's the Devil card. In the art in this card, it's very, yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling someone that is maybe turns their back to God, is what I felt. So this person might feel like God abandoned them in a certain way or something, is what I felt, so I said it. And I think there's emotional imbalance, a higher, I don't like saying that, I don't want to say a narcissistic quality, but there might be like this all-knowing type of essence in this, is what I'm getting. This, like I said, this card is not a negative card, but sometimes it makes me feel, when it represents a person, that the person thinks they're all holy or so up on their high horse of who they are. So, or there could be a confliction within about having no control of the emotions, but wanting to view oneself as a more aware person. Maybe this person, I'm not a doctor, and I don't know if I should say this, but I almost got that feeling, like the manic type of, like, that back and forth energy, you know, where you're like, you hate yourself, but then you love yourself kind of thing. I felt it, so I said it. Alright, so this is what's representing this energy's current vibes. If they're not, I mean, you know, I heard that this person could be like a witch. I don't know how true this is. And if they are, it's just kind of like they're in the dark things. Or they connect. For them, again, this is a general reading, but when I see these two cards, it's just like, you know, really feeling it here. It's like a person that, to them, the higher power is dark. Alright? I don't know what they saw in their life that led them to this place, or what, but for them, there's a darkness to, or there's like, for them, I just felt it, so I'm gonna say it, for this energy, it's almost like, in order to have happiness or to gain insight, there must be some sort of sacrifice. That's what I felt. Alright, so I wrote down some questions. I want to know, how does Nichol, or how did Nichol, I guess I want to, how did Nichol feel about Shanann when Shanann was still on this earth, and before, because, like, if you know the case, I'm assuming that's why you'd be watching this, right? Possibly. So, how did Nichol feel about Shanann? What were her feelings about Shanann? Because I was curious to ask that, to see. Okay. So, justice. It's Libra energy. This is the scales. I don't know if this is saying that she felt like she should personally, like Nichol, should bring justice to the situation involving Shanann and Chris. Like, if she viewed it like Shanann was not a good partner. I have this Four of Wands on the bottom. And then, not surprisingly, this is here, manifesting. And then, but instead, now I have the Six of Cups under the Magician. The Six of Cups is the past life soulmate card. Sometimes we call it that. It can represent, oh yeah, look at that. It represents a connection that either when there's nostalgia connected to this. So either I'm feeling that Nichol recognized the marriage, I'm gonna say the illusion connected to like either how her, Nichol, and Chris were connecting. Like she was either being delusional in her own head about this guy's my soulmate, or like when she met Chris, like because this, besides representing nostalgic feelings, when it represents like the connection, it can represent that the person in it either felt like I met you and it was like we knew each other our whole lives, or we've known each other since we were kids, we grew up together, or we've been together a super long time, that we've created and bloomed and grown together in some sort of way. Sometimes it represents a karmic, someone we shouldn't be with, like a past life soulmate that we shouldn't be with in this life, or we're not meant to be within this life. Or it represented like a soulmate, a past life type soulmate. And the Fool's underneath there. So, what I'm feeling from this is that Nichol might have felt like there was not balance in the marriage between Chris and Shanann, and that she viewed Nichol, that this marriage, there was things not real in it, like Chris's feelings weren't real towards that, but maybe towards her were like this. She saw that or felt either Chris was with Shanann purely because of nostalgic reasons, because of the kids maybe, maybe she saw like that Shanann was Chris's karmic, but she was his soulmate. Now the Fool card, this Fool in this card, I have a reading up here. It's called do you make them feel invisible, or something like that. And I just there was another reading, I can't remember what it was titled, where I used this deck specifically. It's only this Fool and this deck that makes me feel this, but I always say when I get this specific Fool, this is a person that's not all there. Sometimes I describe that as a person that's not completely ready to go towards the new beginning, doesn't feel like they are. Sometimes I say it's a person that is legit not all there, okay? Like, I see through them in this card. Their body's not all there. Then they're staring at a flower, like, duh. They're not looking. They're just like, they're not all there. So, I feel that Nichol, when I ask about specifically how she felt about Shanann, I guess so. This is what the cards are saying, alright? It's for entertainment purposes only. I guess because I could keep going with that. But definitely, either in her eyes, she was going to bring some sort of balance to that connection, that situation. Or, I don't know. I don't know if you have feelings, guys. Leave it in the comments. But, yeah. Like, I don't know. Like it's her job to bring some sort of balance to that situation. Alright. Alright. Now, the next thing I wanted to ask. This is a loaded question, and I don't know if I should really ask this, but I'm gonna, because screw it. Let's just see what comes out. I want to know, was she involved with, her I want to know specifically if she was involved with the actual deed, and that's how I'm going to word it. And if you know what I'm saying, guys, right? Right. Was she involved physically? Because I feel like she was definitely involved emotionally and mentally, and I mean, maybe I shouldn't say that, but I don't know. You leave it in the comments if you feel different. I don't know. She doesn't seem like an innocent party. I want to know, was she involved with the actual physical deeds that took place on that horrific day? Was she involved directly? Four of Cups. The first thing I felt, seeing this eye, was like she watched. And I know I shouldn't say that. This is a general reading. It's for entertainment purposes only. I am not a psychic. I am not... You was there earlier, right? I said it, right? Okay. But this, I tell you what the cards make me feel and what they mean. And just seeing that just makes me feel like, yeah. The Magician again, under the Magician. Yeah, the fact that my finger went to that, also, this represents Ten of Pentacles, the family, the home. Again, the Magician here, manifesting, creating this link to this darker side, this darker energy. Even this could be talking about, and I didn't see it before, but this is a card that's sometimes connected to sexual energy, and seeing this man and woman bound here, which they are willingly bound, by the way, if you don't know about the Devil card. Sorry, I'm just feeling a lot of things. So I was already feeling when I just saw this, like maybe they was watching, or being watched, okay? And then seeing that devil there, it just kind of made me go, oh, yeah. And then, the Magician. I don't know, guys, if you've been watching my readings and you know how we roll here when we do these types of readings, what do you think? Because I know I have some people that watch that read or are familiar with the tarot. Okay. Yeah, I got creepy feeling. I'm sorry. I got creepy feels just now from that. And, okay, let's see what's here. Let's see what's here. Oh, jeez. Okay. So I have a Five of Swords, a Five of Cups, the Eight of Cups, the Emperor, the Lovers, the Queen of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. Well, different readers could read this different ways, interpret and see it all sorts of ways, but, and I can't really know on, obviously, if this person was present, or part, like, you know, whatever. Alright, let's just get into it. So the Five of Swords, this is, a card that is, like, aggressive fighting for me, and you see, this eye looks in shock, horrified. I don't know what you see when you see this eye. And now here, we have these eyes watching this dark silhouette. The Five of Cups, if you knew the tarot, is the energy that is looking at the three cups that have spilled out instead of paying attention to the two cups still standing behind them. In this card specifically, it's just a very dark card. There's a lot of sadness. I feel like this energy feels like it's being watched or judged or something. So, in the Eight of Cups, then walking away, the Emperor, this is Aries energy. Sometimes I describe it as boss energy. it should represent someone that we should be able to trust, a leader that we should be able to trust, that we can follow. But if they're in bad energy, they're kind of scary. And I will say, these horns, which normally, I mean, it's the Aries energy, sometimes Taurus kind of energy, but it's the ram, all right? It's Aries energy. It's the emperor. But these horns, it's really standing out to me how it connects to that devil-like look in this deck. The lovers, this is also sometimes Gemini energy. And it is Gemini energy, sorry. And it could be like the two sides of a person. It's supposed to be Adam and Eve in the beginning. So it's like a new day, it could be love. And for me, in a love reading, it could represent like the most innocent state or parts of love, the beginnings, you know. It can represent, and I just felt it, so I'll say it, being judged, you know, like Adam and Eve, right? She ate the apple, and now she's being judged. And this Queen of Discs, the Queen of Discs should be an energy that is like, she's holding on to what she's earned. She's fertile. She can grow things. I also think of her as an energy that is motherly, like rooting, family. And we have the Five of Discs again, and this Queen of Cups, which is like similar to the King of Cups, for what I said with that energy. But here she's cheering. She has her cup up. So my question was she involved in the deed, the physical, like, act of the deed? I don't know, guys, if you have feelings, leave it in the comments. But what I feel is, I almost felt like this represented the physical fighting or act. Seeing it, like I said before, that peeking, either seeing, watching, or knowing, a knowing. I don't know if this is representing some sort of guilt, or if they did see it, if this is then like, I was going to say having feelings of guilt of some kind maybe, or worrying about being what they saw, or what they maybe kept to themselves about knowing the knowing of this situation happening. Like, not paying attention, keeping their eyes closed, but they can't, because I don't know, they saw it or they knew. Like ignoring it, like this could even represent the people, you know, and just like ignoring it, but like feeling the guilt, some sort of guilt, if they're capable of such, and like, yeah, just walking away from what they knew, from what they saw, just, you know, like there's feelings there and stuff, but like it doesn't serve me, so I'm gonna walk away. I don't know if this is representing how they may have felt about the relationship with Chris. Like they were going to be divine, like a divine pair in a way. That they could like maybe be taken out of the cold once this was done, the deed was done, and that they could celebrate. Because in this card, this queen, she's like celebrating. and she's holding the cup. She may have thought there would be some financial gain, or rooting, maybe getting some sort of, maybe that Four of Wands earlier, like thinking they were going to move in together or something. Or maybe she did feel that this person was her soulmate or something. If this represents how she saw Chris in that moment, because I'm asking specifically about the deed, like, and you know what I'm talking about. She may have viewed him as some sort of, like, leader, someone that she wanted to follow, that they were powerful, that there could be a new beginning for their love and connection by, you know, this deed, and that she could then flourish as a feminine energy in that connection. Alright, if you guys have any feelings about that, let me know in the comments. Alright. Now, my last question I wrote down was, if I don't know if you've seen the interrogation video, but I know for sure she lied. Like, a lot. So, I mean, I guess I should have asked that before I asked this question I just asked, because from what those cards say to me, she definitely, she may have been there. I mean, I don't know. I felt like she was there. That's what I felt. But, like, obviously, this is for entertainment purposes only, and I wasn't there, and I don't know what happened. I'm not a psychic, you know, in that respect, like that. But, I don't know. I feel like she definitely could have been there. That's what I felt. Especially those eyes in those first two cards. Just eyes. Even in the Four of Cups, which I normally don't. Other Four of Cups, they don't really look like the one in this card with the eye peeking. So it's just weird. All those eyes. What does that mean? What do you guys think? Alright, so why did she lie during the interrogation? I mean, I can kind of assume, but cards, what do you say? Okay. Okay. The first thing I felt, because just before we got this card, and I kind of was looking at it as her energy possibly through her eyes. You know, you were there. But just now, I felt maybe this was representing Shanann. I don't know. So, again, the Queen of Discs. If we want to see the detail in this card. Alright, and then we have the Ace of Wands, which is the passionate new beginning. The other day when I got this card, and having to do with Eugenia's energies, I felt like a lot of Phoenix rising, which I don't normally feel from the Ace of Wands overall in general. But the art in this card is just like, it reminds me of a Phoenix rising, the flame, the wand. Wands are about creativity, it's fiery energy, impulsive. The aces are new beginnings. Gifts from God, even. So before I look under this Nine of Swords, if you're new to my channel, the Nine of Swords, this is a nightmare, it's a nightmare. They got worms in the brains and they'll never be the same. It's a nightmare, oh, it's a nightmare. That's my Nine of Swords nightmare card song. Alright, you're welcome. So, this person, why did they lie? Because I know they lied in their interrogation. I don't understand how they're not... Alright, anyway, because I could go off on a literal reaction rant video just about this case and this person. Having nothing to do with tarot. But I was just curious what the cards had to say, because this energy, I didn't know if I wanted to do this even. That's why I didn't really want to get deep in the... This energy's messed up, you know? This person's messed up. So, why did they lie during interrogation? Alright, well, they may have lied because, one, they were very focused on their new passionate beginning with, I'm imagining, what they viewed as their soulmate, Chris, Mr. Chris Watts. They were very focused on the passion and new beginning. They may have even... They may have wanted to come off as a person that was financially stable, was rooted, was, you know, like a stable energy. Okay? Or they lied because they were trying to protect their new beginning. They were in a nightmare about it. So, in the nightmare, and there's those eyes about, here's that coin. I'm gonna say this might represent Shanann, in a way. The fertile energy. Because, yeah, she was with child when this happened. Maybe, I can't, if you guys remember this or you're familiar with this, did she know that Shanann, no, she did know. That's right, she knew, alright, never mind. I was trying to, she did know that she was, with child. I don't know if she vocalized that, but she definitely had access to that information. Alright, well, why did she lie during the interrogation? She was in a nightmare about things, she's holding on, feeling watched, the truth, worried about the legal matters, worried about the truth, trying to hold on to what she felt was going to be her. Like alright, this is what I felt. So if this represented Nicole's energy and the other thing for me, the other question, but here I'm feeling it's represented in the Shanann's energy. This was like her way, this is what I felt, so I'm going to say it, was like Nicole's way to replace Shanann, that energy in the life of Chris, you know, wanting to take the place of that energy. Maybe she even wanted, this I just felt it, wanted to be with child by this guy. I don't know, I felt it so I said it. She also probably wanted to come off rooted, secure, and confident in general. But inside was like in a nightmare. Probably lost a lot of sleep, couldn't really sleep during this time, was stressed out about it. Alright? And yeah, this is a weird Four of Pentacles card. It can sometimes represent like someone that is holding on to their, like they don't want to share what they, again, alright, that makes sense, right? They're in an interrogation. Why did they lie? Because they didn't want to share. The Four of Pentacles represents an energy that can sometimes be like the person that wants to keep what's theirs. They don't want to share literally their money or what they have. And again, these eyes, they're standing out to me. And this is the truth, the new beginning of truth. So, holding on to the real truth. In a nightmare, losing sleep, holding on to what they feel they don't want to share, which is connected maybe to the truth. That fucking Ace of Swords there. Alright. And I'm going to ask one more thing, even though I didn't write it down, because I just realized this is a pretty... I'm curious to know. So, why... Because I feel like they left that guy Chris hanging in this situation. So, how do they feel about Chris today? Even though I wanted to ask more questions, but I don't know. Like I was going to ask, like, why? Why did they not stand up for the Chris, you know? But I don't know if that... How do they feel about Chris today? Maybe I'll ask that. And if you guys are more... You know, this was an interesting read for... You know, people was, like, into this, let me know. And I can do another one focused on this energy. Or if you have a request of someone that you want me to peek through the blinds on, buzz through the blinds, leave it in the comments. So, how does Nicole feel about Chris currently, today, whatever? Oh, wow. So, you know what? I'm not gonna... I'll just look at these two and this, because way too many, so many flipped over. So, I'm gonna say she feels a lot. But I ain't even looking under here, because so many, it's like 20 cards. There's no way. I'll be here for an hour. The Moon, the Five of Swords, and the Hierophant. So how does she feel about Chris currently? I would say the Moon would represent that she is dark, deep, intense, things that she doesn't share. Because the Moon could be hiding things. It also represents, I was going to say she probably misses the sex. Just because the wolf and the dog are here, and they kind of represent in the Moon card the domesticated side of oneself and the wild, you know, cardinal beast, untamed part of one's self. But, it also could be saying that she is in an illusion about the feelings connected to this person. And the Five of Swords, so I don't know, guys. I just felt it, so I'm going to say it because of the way this card came out in my question about, was she involved? Right? If you was there, right? I just felt it. So this could be saying that there's a connection to that moment, to this person. And I felt it, so I'm going to say it. With this Hierophant card being here, it could be viewed to her like this holy moment. I just felt this. I think this person is crazy. I don't know why I'm... Like, there's a delusional aspect to this this person's nature. The way they see things. There's like a holy aspect, but it's like delusional. Because that devil card and everything, you was there. I'm going to leave it at that. Like I said earlier, I know a few of you guys actually are familiar with the tarot to a certain degree, and you're interested in stuff. So let me know if you get feels from this. Because what I just felt was, because I'm asking specifically about her feelings about Chris currently. So like what I said here, and I really feel like there's a connection between this and where it came out in the other question. So I feel that she really connects the act as being something maybe done for her, for their connection, for this higher. There's like she, I don't know how to word this properly, that for her there's a connection between like almost like a holiness, this is the Pope in the Hierophant card, and basically represents sometimes an actual person that we look to that guides us on this path. That's what we see as a spiritual path. Sometimes it's a connection to the actual church, okay? Sometimes I say, just like with the High Priestess card, it's someone that needs to pray. But these dark silhouettes are standing out to me, and just these beams of light, this eye, the fighting what I felt from it before and what the moon means. I think she links the relationship to Chris to be a holy experience. And I feel like she links it to be a holy experience because of what I linked this Five of Swords to that earlier question. And I think that this moon is representing that she is, in a way, delusional. Because sometimes the moon represents that. And I think her feelings for Chris are in a delusional light. Like, and I think she hopes or hoped that they would get married. Because the Hierophant card represents that for me, too. Alright, guys, I'm going to leave it there. This was weird. Alright, like the video if you want to support what I do here. Subscribe if you're not already. And like I said, leave it in the comments if you have requests or, you know, things to say or feelings about this. Love you guys. God bless. See you next time.